Crafty New Year! It's a beautiful 2026, and if we were going to be Chinese, we would choose this to be the year of the hand-stamped greeting card. I made this little tracker and posted it on my Creative Juice by Lonnie's Facebook page for you to print off. And there's about 365 different little sections. So each day that you make a greeting card, you could fill it in and color it in to track how many greeting cards you crafted this year. Wouldn't that be fun? And you could put it into your scrapbook to remember that 2026 was the year of the greeting card. Maybe you want to do it for each time that you mail a card. That's good too. I'm Creative Juice by Lonnie. Glad to have you here with me today. We're going to do a little bit of crafting, so say hello and tell us a little bit about yourself as you're coming in. We are going to make a new card. This one is inspired by my friend Frances Martin. She is a demonstrator here in the United States, and she had a cute double bow kind of card design. She called it the Wow Bow card. And she used a larger piece of paper, and I thought, I wonder if we could do it with a 6x6 piece of paper. So yes, the answer is yes, indeed, we can. This is a sample that I made using the new Cute as a Bug Designer Series paper that will be available tomorrow, starting tomorrow. Look how adorable these little bugs are. We've got ants marching, and we have caterpillars and butterflies and moths and toadstools. This one I love, anything with fruit. So that's what I made this one with. And it's kind of a fun way because you get to see both sides of the designer series paper, and it's a different fun fold. And it uses up almost a whole piece of 6x6 paper, which is fantastic because right now you can sign up for a paper share. If you'd like to join my paper share, sign up by today, because tomorrow I'm placing the order for all of the paper that you need, and you can get a piece of every 6x6 paper that is being released tomorrow, January 6th, 2026. And you can also get coordinating ribbon if you would like to. So there's an option to have it mailed right to you, or you can pick it up if you're in southern Utah. You can pick it up from me after the 12th. Okay, so Cute as a Bug was one of those fun designer series paper. The one I'm going to use today, and I hope you craft along, so grab a 6" by 6" piece of designer series paper. I'm going to use the lovely and beautiful designer series paper, another new one. Can the light catch that beautiful gold accent on one side of this pretty paper? I hope so. I hope you can see that. And then this is another one that you'll get a 6x6 copy of. Now, usually when you're doing this, let me tell you why I'm doing this. A couple of things. I want to walk through my thought process with you, because I had a friend who asked, how come my cards never look as good as yours? And I'm sure that they look beautiful, but if you struggle sometimes to use patterned paper, I want to walk you through some of the thought processes. Okay? Most of the Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper comes with one side. Let me show you this actual piece of paper that we're going to use. One side that has a busy print, and then the other side has a more subtle print. Usually they coordinate, not always, but occasionally, but most of the time they coordinate. For this one, I would probably suggest doing a smaller print, but I wanted to use this big, bold print because it's such a gorgeous piece of paper. And when you're putting 2 and 2 pieces of patterned paper together, you don't want to have two busy prints next to each other. So this is the piece I'm using, but can you see, like, if I put this together, it kind of, you really can't see the difference in those busy prints, even this one. But when you put a smaller print or a less busy print with it, that really works well together. That's why people make stripes and florals, because stripes work really well with florals, right? In case you didn't know that, now you do. Stripes and florals or small patterns are always good for that. Okay, the other thing you'll need for your card today, if you're crafting along, is a card base, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, and then a 4" by 5 1/4 inch. piece of cardstock. Um, I chose, for this one, I chose a darker piece right here because this piece I want to have a high contrast between this one and this one. And can you see how it kind of gets lost on the Highland Heather? These two are too close in a subtle color together, but this one really, you can see this pattern really well on this darker color. Now in a couple of my other samples, I may have a darker base with a lighter color. Let's see, what was my first one? Where did I put it? Right here. These are actually both dark. So I have a Blackberry Bliss here and a Old Olive card base. So I put a piece on the inside. Okay, so you'll also need a paper trimmer or whatever you've got to cut with. If your paper has a direction, you want to cut off the top or the bottom so that the direction goes like this. In this case, this little one kind of felt like this pattern went up and down. So we're going to cut off a little bit on the top. So this is a 6 by 6 and we want it to be 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut off 3/4 inches at the top. Okay, next, save this piece of paper. We don't like to waste any paper. Next, you're going to score. So don't use your cutting blade, but use your scoring blade. And you want to use it on the side that is going to be in the background right here. So I'm going to do it on this side, and I'm going to score at 1 1/2 and 4 1/2. This really is a super easy thing. Now, the other thing you may want to do is just do a little mark at 2 and 5, 2 and, I'm thinking, 2 5/8. So not 2 3/4, but 2 5/8. Or you can even just fold it in half and pinch it. Let's just do that to make it even easier for you. Just fold this in half and pinch it on either side of the score lines are here, and I just pinched it, okay? Perfect. Really super. I love showing some simple crafting ideas. So that's the way we're going to do it. Okay, so the way this works is we're going to fold our bold pattern into the center. You can use your bone folder. If you have any rough edges, smooth those out with the bone folder too. Now we have this little section where we know where the center is. So I'm just going to kind of hold my finger right there at the center mark, and we're going to open up the top. Very simple. And it doesn't have to go all the way to the edge. In fact, you may not want it to go all the way to the score line. You can have a little bit like right there. Just kind of give it it opens up just a bit from the center out to almost the edge, almost that folded edge. I'm going to bring it back in just a little bit because if you go all the way to the edge, it may go outside your card. That's okay. It's okay. It's going to work fine. Okay, now let's open that up, and this is your inside of your card. We'll just add a little bit of adhesive to help hold it down in the center, like this. And now I want to put this piece on my first layer of cardstock, or in this case, the Old Olive. So you want to line it up right in the center, and I can see this little pattern. Okay, I think I've got it close enough to the center that it's going to work. Well, no, not quite. I want it to line up on the bottom. Come on. There we go. So it's lined up on the top and the bottom here. Here's my cute little double bow. Looks almost like a windmill, doesn't it? Fold your bottom card base in half. And then we can add this piece to the top. You can see how some of my little bows stick out on the edge, which is just fine. Oh, whoops, come on. Let's get my seal moving. Now we're going to center this on the front. If your card base is dark, you may want to add a lighter section on the inside as well, and then put your extra piece that you cut on the inside. Since mine is light, my inside is light, and it would be easy to write on this. Actually, this is not Highland Heather. I said that earlier, but this is Fresh Freesia, a Stampin' Up! Color. I'm just going to put that little piece right there to bring the pattern to the inside as well. You could also use it on your envelope if you want to, but now we've got the front and the inside made. All we need is a focal point on the front. I'm using the You're the Best stamp from the Creative Haven. This is currently available, an online exclusive, so you can find it in my Stampin' Store at creativejuicebylonnie.com or lonnie.stampinup.net. And I'm using Fresh Freesia again to stamp You're the Best on a piece of white, basic white cardstock, and using a 2 3/8 inch circle punch. Punch that out. Now I'm just going to put some of my dimensionals right here in the center. Seriously, an easy, fun card. What do you think about this? I'm going to show you a couple of other samples too. You could do an extra piece around the outside, but I'm going to keep it kind of simple there. So there is this fun Wow Bow fold card. Thank you, France. That's great. Let me show you a couple of others. This one is another designer series paper that you'll be receiving in the paper share. This one I did a long label across the center with a couple of punched out hearts using the Bee Builder punch. So you see, and then on the inside it has the bow arrow, the arrow and hearts pattern that's the same as this one right here. It's a little bit harder to see because I covered up a little bit more of that. This is also the Creative Haven. This paper coordinates with Creative Haven or the Hobby Haven Designer Series paper. Used the same stamp that we used on our other card. And this fun paper actually kind of highlights different hobbies such as reading, baking, plants, or just a cozy place, sewing, crafts, self-care, and you can see each side has a different subtle pattern along with the very busy pattern on the front. So this is a perfect one for this particular fold, and there you go on the inside. This one has, I think I used, what is this one? Coastal Cabana and I have to look right here. Cajun Craze. Coastal Cabana and Cajun Craze goes really well with this petal pink. I love that. So those are just some samples of how easy this little idea is. You'll be able to use one whole piece of 6x6 paper and make a cute little wow bow fold. What do you think? I don't see anybody's comments, so I don't know. I can see there's a couple of you who are here. Hopefully that helps you to kind of get a good idea of how to pair your different types of pattern paper together. Look for a bold image and then a more subtle image so that you have those contrasting patterns as well as contrasting colors here so that it really stands out. Now in this one, it does have a little bit of that Poppy Parade here, but it just works perfectly, so it's fun. All right, thank you for joining me. This month, tomorrow, is the first day that you can order new online exclusives or from the January-April mini catalog. And it also begins we'll have a new product of the month coming out tomorrow, as well as bonus days. So for each qualifying amount you purchase, I think it's $50, then you get a $5 coupon. I should have checked that out. I was going to look at that and I haven't done it, but I will post that on my Facebook page as well as my Creative Juice by Lonnie. Hello, Inika. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Crafty New Year. Here we are. Glad to have you here. You'll love this because it looks a lot like a Dutch windmill. There you go. All right, that's maybe what we should call it, is a Dutch windmill card or a wow bow card. Either one. All right. Yep, it's super simple. Nyla says she missed the instructions, but you can come back and watch the replay. Super easy. One piece of 6x6 paper, and you've got the whole card made. All right, thank you for joining me. I'll be back in February, first Monday in February. Of course, we'll be posting lots of other fun things on my blog, and my website is my blog, and my Facebook page. So follow along. Thank you so much, and have a crafty new year.